Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rokah Kodash Mahama, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutations to the Yakims who are on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, very interesting video popped up here on the phone. And the Spirit moved me to do a lesson. It's called We the People. To be people, we are losing our jobs. We need your support and love. Help us speak up. Well, we usually, when we help our people, we speak up in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and truth and sincere to the best of our ability, right? And more and more wickedness is being revealed every day of the Edomites. So, the whole world knows how this empire is going to fall. Okay? It's only a matter of time. The title of this lesson, The Reward of the Wicked. Okay? I'll play a little bit of it, and then we're going to the lesson.
To Naya Sim, thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video and I thought this is very, very important we share it. I am sure we all know this, but I love it when it is coming from them tackling themselves, right? Because all these years, I mean, it's been all over the medias, spreading false narrative and all the propaganda they put all out there against my own people. I love the fact that the not like it's something new. It's not something new, but coming from them is also a great confirmation that it has always been them, right? You all remember back then how, I mean, like, the CIA planted crack, like, you remember that was the time there was crack epidemic in black community. And that was nothing like that in black community, because if you all remember what was said, the history about black community, you definitely will know and see how flourishing it was. Not until then, some people became scared that some people might actually take over the whole thing. Like, why are they being prosperous? And they decided to use the CIA to plant some certain things in black community, which the CIA eventually confessed that this was what happened. They planted that black community started going backward. And what did they do? They also over police the community in order to get the people that are doing it when they were the one that dropped all that in black community. And the people doing the real thing, their community is not being over policed. And you think it's only us that do drugs or that they say that. Let's get into this video.
White people have always been heavily addicted to drugs, and they have always blamed everyone else for it. For centuries, white societies have been drowning in drugs. From opium dens in Victorian England to the cocaine-fueled Wall Street 1980s to the opioid crisis today. They mass produce and export drugs and then act shocked when addiction spreads. They flood their own communities with narcotics and then blame immigrants and minorities for it. They profit off of the drug trade and then punish black and brown people for participating in the market that they created. White people don't just use drugs. They don't just sell drugs. They invented modern drug capitalism and then pretended to be the victims. Long before street dealers and cartels, the largest drug pushers in history were white colonial empires. The British Empire made its fortune selling opium to China. The Dutch and Portuguese trafficked tobacco and cocoa from the Americas. The U.S. economy was built in part on alcohol sales to Native Americans, fueling addiction while justifying land seizures. The Opium Wars were the original white drug cartel, Britain spent decades smuggling opium into China, getting millions of Chinese people hooked on narcotics. When China tried to ban opium, Britain started 2 wars to force it back onto the market. The result? A massive addiction crisis which weakened China's entire society while white empires raked in drug profits. This was not a black market operation. This was government-backed narco-capitalism. And yet, white history books barely mention it. White people love their narcotics, but every time addiction spirals out of control, they find a way to blame immigrants and black people. In the 1800s, white Americans got hooked on opium, so they blamed Chinese immigrants for running opium dens. In the 1920s, white America was drowning in cocaine, so they claimed that cocaine-crazed black men were attacking white women. In the 1980s, white people partied on cocaine, but when black communities used crack, a cheaper version of the same drug, they got thrown into prison under mandatory sentencing laws. In the 2000s, white people overdosed on heroin and Oxycontin, so suddenly, addiction became a health crisis instead of a crime. Every time white society succumbs to addiction, media shifts the narrative. When white people use drugs, they're victims. When black people and brown people use drugs, they're criminals. White.
Okay, so as you can see how more and more truth keeps coming out worldwide. And that's how come these Edomites have to go. They have caused so much damage to our people. And, you know, what they're about to do, okay, with the digital currency, right, the invisible money, and the chip that they want to implement on all our people. I want to go to the Proverbs chapter 14, verse 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. Right? It's only a matter of time. Right? The wicked are going to do what they were programmed to do, which is going to be the second shutdown that we all are waiting for. Right? And once they mandate the MOTV into every human being, once they mandate that everybody has to, go digital or else, lo and behold, that's when that monkey wrench is going to be thrown in. Verse 12, there is a way which seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So we don't follow the wicked. Yeah, we're going to be using the digital at the moment, but when they're going to mandate the MOTV, the charagma, the CHIP, the chip to put into people's body to turn them into cyborgs, that's when we give the finger to the Edomites and tell them to go F themselves. Okay? It ain't going to happen. Not to those who have been called in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Anyway, I want to go to Proverbs chapter 21. Give me a minute while I look for it here. Verse 12. The righteous man wisely considers the house of the wicked, but Yahweh overthrows the wicked for their wickedness. Yeah. Edomites keep thinking and keep speaking that they are in charge of the whole world, that they are mighty in power and in IQ, but now the whole world knows that they are not, right? And the whole world knows that this wicked kingdom has an ending. Okay? Verse 13. Whoso stops his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. Yeah. Who are the poor? We, the so-called Negros, Latinos, Negro, and speckled birds. Right? And we cry in the name of Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? For the Father Yahweh to send Yahweh Shai back to this wicked kingdom and remove it from the face of the earth, and to set our people free. Right? Because they want to still keep us here. right? They want to now upgrade slavery, right, using technology. James chapter 2. Give me a minute. Chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that had shown no mercy, and mercy rejoice against judgment. Yes, we're going to rejoice, all right. That's for sure. You know, I mean, every time and every day that I'm walking about and see my people in the streets or living inside their cars, okay, um, it's a harsh judgment that is done by Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, right? But it still hurts to see our people go through that, right? And then see the Edomites flourishing, standing on stolen land. Well, that's going to come to an end. Proverbs chapter 12. They're not going to keep on living like this forever. Thank God. Chapter 12, I said, verse 7. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. And the whole world will see that standing of the righteous, the so-called Negros, Latinos, Negros, and speckled birds. Verse 19, the lips of truth should be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. And boy, do the Edomites have the lips, right, of lying. They non-stop day and night. That's all they know how to do. That's all they can do, right? They don't have the intelligence to begin with, so they have to keep on lying and can't stop. Not Proverbs, lucky. Let me go to Matthew. Matthew 7. I'll start with verse 24. Slacky. Therefore, whosoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will like him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And what rock we're talking about? The rock of Yahweh Shai. Verse 25. And the rain descended, and the flood came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, on that house, Lakia. And it shall fall not, for it was founded upon a rock. Verse 26. And every one that hears these sayings of mine, and do them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. Verse 27. And the rain descended, and the flood came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. That's right. It's going to be a great fall for the Edomites, right? Since they're standing on stolen land, since they want to keep stealing and plundering around the world, right? And keep our people in slavery, the so-called Negros, Latino, Mexicans, and speckled birds worldwide. Okay. Well, you're going to have a big, grand fall. How you like that? I want to go to Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. Yahweh has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. That's why he created them, right? To show the whole world what evilness reward really is. Destruction and extermination. Okay? But first they're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. That is going to be a done deal. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 43, verse 7. Even everyone that is called by my name. For I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yea, I have made him. That's right. Who he's talking about? Well, besides that he created Yahweh Shai for his glory, he also created the so-called Negros, Latino Americans, and speckled birds for his glory. Now, of course, he's only coming for only 144,000 chosen elect, which is going to be all men, and I hope and pray that I'm one of them. And also he's coming for 1/3 men, women, and children. 2/3 of our people who love the Edomites so much, who love this wicked world, well, they're going to be left behind and they will be cleansed with fire. But they will come back to the new kingdom, okay, as babies, okay? They will not be left behind for eternity like these 501c3 incorporated churches like to lie to our people, right? That they'll be in hell for eternity. Ephesians chapter 1. Give me a minute. Ephesians chapter 1. Where are you? Here we go. Chapter 1, verse 11. In whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated, according to the purpose of him who works all things after the counsel of his own will. How you like that? Yahweh Shin Yahushai is doing what he does because of his own pleasure, right? But the Edomites want to keep insisting that they are the owners of our people, right? And that the Edomites keep insisting that through technology they're going to live for eternity. No, you're not. Your eternity is going to be short-lived. Okay? Isaiah 46. Give me a minute. Verse, let's see now. I'll go to verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. That's right. Yahweh is doing all things for his pleasure, right? And look how smart, how wise Yahweh is, that he created his son to show us the way back to the Father. And not only that, he created the wicked, are you ready? To perfect his people, the so-called Negros, Latino, and speckled birds. That's strong love. Tough love, yes, but strong love indeed. Okay? 1 Corinthians. Give me a minute. I know I saw it. Oops, Slakia. See if I can speed up here. Chapter 10, verse 31. Whether therefore ye eat or drink, or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of Yahweh. That's right. No matter what, since Yahweh shall control all things, everything's going to come right back to him, and everything that is wicked in this world will be removed from the face of the earth, even their kingdom, forever. And the righteous kingdom will come back with our King, King of kings, Lord of lords, Yahweh Shai. My big brother, dark skin, 10 feet tall, afro. How you like that, Edomites? 1 John. Give me a minute. 1 John chapter 1, verse 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins, to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. verse 10. If we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar, and his word is not in us. Hmm? So, the Edomites, they cannot ask for forgiveness. They don't get mercy. They don't get salvation, right? They do not get redeemed. What they do get is 1,000 years of slavery to build our kingdom. And after that, they will be exterminated. Proverbs chapter 28. Since they've been trying throughout history to exterminate our people, well, that's going to be their reward. Chapter 28, verse 13. He that covers his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confess and forsakes them shall have mercy. And since mercy he did not show to our people, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled birds, Edomites, you do not get mercy. Psalm 82? So, okay, I got to check that out. Give me a minute. Chapter 82, verse 6. Yes, okay. I have said, Salakia, yes, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, the so-called Negros, Latino, Negro, and speckled birds. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the prince. Verse 8. Arise, O Yahweh.
America has never had.
Salakia. Judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Woo! I'll leave it with Psalm 91. Man, that's so strong words right there. Let's make it a little stronger now. Chapter 91, verse 8. And I'll leave it with this. Oops. Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Yeah, we're going to see the reward, all right. We're going to see them fall. I'm going to play a little bit more, and then I'll turn it off.
A war on drugs. It's always been a war on drug users who aren't white. White people love to act like drug trafficking is a problem caused by Mexico or Colombia. But the real drug lords wear suits, not cartel masks. The Sackler family, which owns Purdue Pharma, flooded America with OxyContin, making billions while fueling the opioid crisis. Big Tobacco knowingly sold addictive cigarettes for decades, killing millions while lobbying against regulations. Pharmaceutical companies create and market amphetamines like Adderall, legally hooking entire generations on legal meth. Yet,
Okay. You can see how the more he talks, the worse it's going to get for the Edomites. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.